Our emphasis is on getting people saved, but what about getting them healthy? Coming up next on Pastor Bob Daily. Well, a lot of people are really suffering around us. In our churches, in our Bible studies, people next door to us, people who call themselves Christians and are going through some real difficult times. You know, when people come down to help us with the homeless, for instance, they come down to evangelize, and honestly, probably 80% of our homeless friends are already Christians. In fact, many times they're stronger Christians than the ones that come down to evangelize. And by stronger Christians, I mean they use their faith a little more. It's hard to be on the streets. And then we have people in church who silently suffer because they're afraid to bring something up. And when we preach health and prosperity, and we preach all of these things that we feel like people are supposed to have, and you should never be sick because, you know, God promised to heal you. You should never have a bad day because, you know, being a Christian is exciting. And, you know, we hear rhetoric a lot, except it doesn't work in everyday real life. The rhetoric doesn't. You know, the Bible promises that God will never leave us or forsake us. That's pretty cool. It says that he's carved us into the palm of his hand. That's pretty cool too. But also, he promised that there would be peace in the middle of a storm. Why? Because there are storms. I know a lot of Christians who are depressed. A lot of them. High-level depression, low-level depression, but depressed. I know a lot of Christians that are suicidal. I've had several friends that have actually committed suicide. And they're Christians. How does that happen? How does it happen when God promised that he'd take care of things? Folks, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not going to go through difficult times. And usually when those difficult times or those difficult feelings hit, we say, what's wrong with me spiritually? Why can't I get this together? Why is every other Christian around me doing well and I'm not doing very well? And the answer, most of those people aren't either. We all have our times, but everybody seems to want to cover it up instead of talking about it. I have my times, you have your times. We go through this together, and sometimes we are in pain individually without sharing it. When we come to our Bible studies, our church meetings, we just want to get excited together. We want to worship, we want to praise the Lord, we want to talk about how good life is, we want to give God praise reports, we want to do all of these things, and yet all the people that are sitting there suffering feel like there's something wrong with them because they can't get to that level. We don't feel good all the time. And today I want you to be aware of this in two ways. Be aware of your own. You know, talk to people about it if you're feeling this way. And don't be afraid to share your stuff with other Christians, because the truth is that if they're honest with you, they'll tell you they go through the same things. And secondly, really keep an eye on those people around you. And when you say, how are you? And it's something that we Americans do a lot. Really listen for an answer. And maybe really say, so seriously, how are you? I care about you. I'd like to help. God bless you. Have a great day.